first item on the list was find customers. So if you're HubSpot, you're a CRM.
Yeah.
Why are you telling people to find more customers? Because that would imply that they don't have customers, so therefore they don't need HubSpot.
Yeah. Ooh.
Right?
Look at that. Look at that little paradox, eh?
So
Jeez.
that was something I was thinking, like, okay, you're a CRM. You're a CRM, so what's the minimum customers, prospects do you need before you realize you need a CRM? Is it one?
That's a good point. I always tell people it's when it becomes too hard to manage via a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
That's when you really start to need to start building a CRM.
When you sort your inbox,
Yeah,
and it exceeds your memory,
yeah,
I think that's maybe when you
yeah. Or like when you have so much communication going on that you need it logged in some kind of system.
Yeah, it's the argument could be made. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe that's HubSpot's position is that you need, if you're going to be successful, and everybody goes into a venture, assuming success, you're going to need a CRM at some point. So do you start now? I don't know. It's a tough conversation to have because it's like over technology.
I think beyond all that though is I think the only reason to justify getting a CRM and getting paying for a CRM, even though we get it, HubSpot's fucking free, but up to a certain extent. P.S. We're looking for a sponsor.
We're happy to talk about the virtues and benefits of HubSpot.
Yeah, exactly. I think that one of the biggest things is it's cash flow, right? It's cash is king, we get it, but cash flow is the sustainability of your business, right? If you get an influx of cash, you don't use it properly.
Sure.
Cash flow is what's going to justify paying a monthly rate for a CRM system, paying a monthly rate for automation. Because once you get CRM, you're going to want Office 365, so you can use the Outlook plugin. Sure. You're going to get some level of email automation out of it. You're probably going to get the Hubspot add-on for it and all this kind of stuff. But the only way you can really afford this stuff is if you have a good cash flow and steady cash flow and good, steady clients coming
Would you say cash before value, benefit? So let me play it out. If it's costing you X amount of hours in your day to manage your customer list, the opportunity cost is that you could be doing billable work or you could be consulting. Is that cost, if you can reduce your time investment with a CRM solution, does that make it worthwhile? Is that the priority, or is it I have $1,000 of budget a month that I can invest in my business, so therefore I'm going to buy a CRM?
Well, see, that's the thing is there's a ton of other variables you have to consider there.
Of course, yeah.
Right. If you're only making $1,000 a month.
No, I'm saying you have a budget, so you've paid your staff and you've paid for rent and stuff like that, and you have, I've grown the business where I have this $1,000 where what I can invest back into the business, whether it's free food for the folks or what have you. Do you invest that $1,000 into a CRM because you have it, because you have the $1,000, or because you're sitting there and it's everybody, I'm reading all these articles and people are telling me I need a CRM, so I guess I need a CRM? Or do you really look at it and say, whether you have $1,000 or $500, the savings that you can realize in terms of efficiencies and time and productivity by investing in a CRM? Is that the right decision point? That's my question.
I think you hit the nail on the head by analyzing how much time is actually spent by yourself or your employees, and can that, if it's a day of work every single week where you're spending on admin work on trying to figure log conversations and figure out all that stuff, where a CRM system could completely eliminate that down to half an hour or an hour of work a week, then hands down, CRM. And there's so many different cheaper solutions out there.
Term levels, it's scalable in terms of cost. Yeah. I would say the other reason you may want to invest in technology such as a CRM would be you start adding people. If it's two partners in a business, you can look over your shoulder, you can have a quick conversation, and you know everything that's happening within your business, everything that's happening with each of your customers. But as you grow and as you expand and you add people, all of a sudden you lose that touch, right? You lose that understanding of everything that's happening within your company. So that may be a good point where you say, I need to know, I need a place that I can go to understand all of the conversations, everything that's happening with my customers. I used to have that ability because I've been involved with every client. Now I'm not. So therefore I need something, a tool to help me kind of just be able to, before I pick up the phone and call my favorite client, I want to know what's been happening, right? What conversations are happening, where the projects are, and so on. So that may be another use case for why you want to invest in a CRM, just from a customer experience. So again, multifaceted, right?
But why would you just use emails for that particular scenario? Just filter by.
Sure. I don't know how many emails you have in your inbox, but
Too many.
yeah, I have like,
good point.
if it's like thousands of emails. And so all of a sudden you're gonna. What if the customer calls you?
Yeah.
Say, hey Andrew, what's going on with my project? Let me rifle through my inbox and find all the communications.
Right, that's a good point. Yeah, I would agree that CRM helps to that point if you have that $1,000. But again, you need that cash flow.
I think that's.
You need the cash flow.
I think that's the starting point.
Yeah, especially as an SMB, if the amount of time you spend on it is taking away your time on finding customers or
Right.
building those relationships and building your funnel.
It comes back to your priorities.
Yeah.
What's your priorities? If it's taking time away from your priorities, then you have to find alternate solutions.